everyone. Good morning. Dear children, today I am going to teach you the new lesson in supplementary reading section, that is a great mortar ever chest. So in the previous classes we have completed the first lesson in supplementary reading, that is Narayanpur incident. I hope you all understood about that lesson. So in today's class we are going to deal with the new lesson, a great mortar ever chest. Dear children, every day we can observe or read in newspapers many soldiers they were died. In daily life we can come to know that by reading newspapers. So many soldiers they were sacrificed their life and they were died. Okay. So when we came to know that, how do we feel? We feel very sad when we heard that news. Okay. And along with that we feel proud of them because they sacrificed their life to our mother country. Okay. See, many soldiers, so they were worked in boundaries of our country. Okay, they protect our country. They were the guardians. Okay, they were They were protecting our country, and they were protecting the people of our country. Okay, so we feel very sad when we came to know that they were died, and they were sacrificed their life for the sake of our country. See, soldiers, they don't bother about their life, about their families, but their aim was to protect our country. Okay, they were always ready to sacrifice their life to our country. Okay, so we should respect, we should honor those type of soldiers. Okay, see here the lesson, great mortar ever chest. So this lesson, it is a story of one of soldier. His name was Anif Uddin. His name was Anif Uddin. Anif Uddin. Okay. He was a 25-year-old boy. Okay. So who was died in the battle Kargil. Okay. Who sacrificed his life for the sake of our country. In a very early age, he sacrificed, he was died for the sake of our country. Only the age of 25 years. Okay. So the lesson, a great mortar ever chest. So this describes the story of the great soldier, brave soldier, Anif Uddin. Okay. See. So he was born. Anif Uddin, he was born on August 23, 1974. Okay, he was born on August 23, 1974. Okay, but he was died on June 6, 1999. He was died on June 6, 1999. Okay. In the Kargil war, he died. He sacrificed his life for the sake of our country. Okay. See, let us start the lesson, great mortar ever chest. See, the title, a great mortar. See, mortar. Mortar means hutarma. It means mortar means a soldier who dies for the sake of his or her country. So this question, it will be given in your exam for one more question. You have to remember it. One word substitution. Okay, they may ask you. Okay, mortar. So here in your exams, the sentence was given for you. You have to give one word for that sentence. See, a person who dies for the sake of his or her country. What do we call them? See, mortar. Okay, see, a great martyr. Who was the martyr here? Yes, Anifuddin. So he was called as a great martyr who died in his early age. Okay, ever cherished. Cherished means in the sense it always keeps in the heart of patriarchs. It always keep in our minds. Okay, cherish means keep in our heart. ನಮ್ಮ ಮನದಾಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಉಳಿಯುವಂತೆ ಇದೆ. ಯಾವುದು? His memory, his bravery, it always keep in our mind. Okay, a great martyr means Anifuddin's bravery. It always, okay, ever means always keeps in the heart of our minds. Okay, see, let us start the lesson. Okay, students, open your textbook, page number 189. See, a great martyr ever cherished. Okay, see, before going to the lesson, let's have an introduction. See, so this lesson it is edited by Meha Mathur and Tessie Kaushik. Okay, see, introduction. We often come to know from the newspaper accounts how our young soldiers aspire to live and die for our country. See, every day we came to know that by reading the newspaper, many soldiers, okay, in the borders, they see they tried very hard to protect our country. So many of them, they were doing their best. They were doing their best, and many of them, they sacrificed their life for the sake of our country. But see, many of soldiers, they aspire to live. Aspire means wish. Okay, aspire means wish. Okay, aspire means wish. Aspire means wish or want. Okay, so many soldiers in the boundaries. Okay, the boundaries, they were doing very best, and they have wish. Okay, they wanted to live and die for our country. They are ready to sacrifice everything. They are always ready to sacrifice for our country in any moment. Everything, they are sacrificing everything. Here is a profile of a young soldier who gave up his life at the age of 25. So this lesson, it is a profile. Profile means it is a story of a person. Okay, one vyakti charitra. Okay, this lesson is a profile of young soldier. See, young. Here the word it is given young. The word young. Why it is given here? Because Anifuddin was died in an early age. Okay, in the age of 25 he was died. Okay, so that here is a profile of young soldier who gave up his life at the age of 25. The age of only 25, he gave up. He gave up means he lived. Okay, gave up means he lived his life. Okay, people live and die. Many people, they live and die on the earth. Okay, but continue to live forever in the hearts of patriots. Many people, many soldiers, they live and die, but their memories, but their life, it was continued in the but continue to live forever in the hearts of patriots. Patriots means one who loves his or her, one who loves their country. Okay, they are called as patriots. Patriots means Desha Bhaktaru, the Desha Premi. Okay, so many soldiers, they live, and some of them live and some of them die, but they continue their life in the memories, in the heart of patriots. Their memories, their bravery, they should keep in the heart of patriots. ದೇಶ ಪ್ರೇಮಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಈಗಲೂ ಸಹ ಉಳಿದಿದೆ. We can remember those persons in many festivals, national festivals. Okay, so it shows that their life, it will be continued in the heart of patriots. Have you understood? See, read on to know and cherish the memory of such great souls. See, read this lesson and cherish. Then cherish means remember. Okay, remember the memory of such great souls. See, the sand, like life, slipped away forever as he continued to live on. See, this is very important line here, very impressive one. See, the sand, like life, slipped away forever. Sand means marlu. Okay, if you hold sand, can we hold sand for a long time? No, it will slip. It can't there in many time, in long time. Okay, it will slip away from our hands. Okay, so like that, our life is also. It will not be there. It will not be there for a long time. It will go away. Okay, ನಾವು ಇನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಅದು ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮರಳಿದ್ದಾಗೆ ತುಂಬ ದಿನಗಳ ಕಾಲ ನಾವು ಬದುಕೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಸ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಲಿಪ್ಡ್ ಅವೇ. ಓಕೆ, as he continued to live on, but it still continued to live on. It means so many soldiers' life. Okay, so it will continue in the life, in the hearts of patriarchs, their memories, their achievements. It will be cherished in the heart of patriarchs. We can remember those braveries, those achievements. Okay, see. Enter the Anifuddin household, a warm smile will beckon you to step right in. But that's all the smile can do as it beams from within the confines of a picture frame. A mere memory, painful and brave, the smile belongs to the 25-year-old mortal Lieutenant Anifuddin. As you take deep breath and try to avoid the pain that comes from the knowing of a young life cut short, you will notice a large picture of snow-capped mountain peaks of the Turtuk sector in Kargil, now called subsector Anif, in the memory of Anifuddin's bravery. See here, the first paragraph, it shows that, it gives that how the memory of Anifuddin's, it is present in his household. Okay, see, enter the Anifuddin household. If we visit or if we enter Anifuddin household, house. So what do we feel? See, a warm smile will beckon you to step right in. See, beckon means call or invite. Beckon means invite. Okay, or welcomes. Okay, so if we visit Anifuddin's house, okay, so he was from Delhi. Okay, so if we visit Anifuddin's house, a warm smile. Warm means a beautiful smile. It will welcomes you to enter into his house. Okay, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮೈಲ್, ಒಂದು ನಗು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವುದು? whose smile was that? ಯಾರ ನಗು ಅದನ್ನು ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಅವರ ಮನೆಗೆ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆದಾಗ ನೋಡಿ. But that's all the smile can do as it beams from within the confines of a picture frame. See, a smile that welcomes you when you visit Anifuddin house. It is not only the smile. It is not the person's smile. It is only the smile of a picture frame. Okay, see, that's all the smile can do. It beams from within the confines of a picture frame. See, it is given in your glossary. The word within the confines of a picture frame. It means just from a photograph. So, the opposite of the main door, there was a photo. Okay, so they have means in Anifuddin house they were hanging the photo of Anifuddin opposite to the main door. So if we enter the house of Anifuddin, we will notice we can observe the picture of Anifuddin. So the picture of Anifuddin. So in that picture, the Anifuddin, he was smiling. Okay, that smile, it will invite you, it will welcomes you. Okay, to enter in his house. Okay, the smile is only from his photograph. Okay. Was there Anifuddin? Now, no, so Anifuddin idana? Illa, he was not alive. Okay, he was only confined in the picture frame. Okay, ಅವನು ಈಗ ಏನಾಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಟೈಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಸತ್ತೋಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅವನು ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಈಗ, ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಸೊ his smile within his picture frame, it will welcomes you to enter into his house. Okay, a mere memory, painful, brave, the smile belongs to the 25-year-old martyr Lieutenant Anifuddin. Whose smile was that? The smile is none other than Lieutenant Anifuddin. Okay, see, a mere memory. It was only the memory. He was died now. Okay, he was not alive. So it was only the memory. ಈಗ ಏನಾಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಬದುಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. So a painful and brave. So the smile is bravest, painful of a person who was only 25-year-old martyr Lieutenant Anifuddin. The smile is Anifuddin's smile. So he was the lieutenant. Lieutenant means he was the junior of the commander of military. Right? Means Upanayaka agirtane. Okay. So he was when he was died, what was his age? He was only 25 years. Now he became as the martyr. Martyr means who dies for the sake of our country. Okay. See, as you take a deep breath and try to avert the pain that comes from knowing of a young life cut short, you will notice a large picture of snow-capped mountain peaks of the Turtuk sector in Kargil, now called subsector Anif, in memory of Anifuddin's bravery. So when you came to know that Anifuddin was died, how he fought for our country, we feel very sad. And we came to know that very unhappy, we feel very unhappy how the life of Anifuddin, it will cut short in an early age. Okay, see, as you take a deep breath, when we came to know that how Anifuddin was fought for our country, we take a deep breath, nittusrana biಡ್ತೀವಿ, and try to avert the pain. It means avert the pain, it means to get over the sad feeling. We get over the sad feeling that comes from knowing the life of young life cut short. You will notice a large picture of snow-capped mountain peaks of the Turtuk sector. And in the Anifuddin house, you will observe the picture of snow-capped mountain peaks. Okay, one more photo was there in the Anifuddin house. So in that picture you will observe the snow-capped peaks. So that is there in the Turtuk sector in Kargil. So that is the picture. The picture. It is Turtuk sector. Okay. So Turtuk sector. Where was the Turtuk? Where is Turtuk sector? It is there in Kargil. Okay. Now it is called as subsector Anif. Okay. Before Anifuddin died, it is named as Turtuk sector. After Anifuddin's death, it is named as subsector Anif. Okay, it has given the name as subsector Anif in memory of Anifuddin's bravery. So means the Turtuk sector, it is a place where military activities were done. Okay, so that sector, okay, after Anifuddin's death, for the memory of his bravery, it has been named as subsector Anif. Okay, so which sector has named as subsector Anif? See, Turtuk sector sector Hanif in the memory of Hanifuddin's bravery. Have you understand? See, perhaps Hanifuddin or Khalifa, as his friends called him, knew what he would be able to give to the nation, which probably explains why Hanifuddin, who hailed from a family of musicians, chose to join the army. Perhaps Hanifuddin also knew that life for him was short and so needed to repeatedly remind himself of his mission. One can only surmise from a flashcard found amongst his belongings, which simply said, "We change lives." See here, perhaps Bhusha, Hanifuddin or Khalifa. See, Khalifa is the another name of Hanifuddin. Means his friends always called him as Khalifa. Okay, see, Hanifuddin or Khalifa. Khalifa, it is the another name of Hanifuddin. Okay, as his friends called him. Who called him as Khalifa? Yes, his friends always called him as Khalifa. Okay, knew what he would be able to give to the nation. So he already know that what he had to give to the nation. He would be able to give the nation. Okay, before he was choosing the army, so he strongly decided to that he should do for our ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಏನಾದರೂ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಗುರಿಯಾಗಿದೆ. ದೇಶಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅವರ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ. ಹೂ ಡಿಟರ್ಮೈನ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್? Hanifuddin. Okay, which probably explains why Hanifuddin, who hailed from a family of musicians, chose to join the army. So which shows that though all his family members, they were musicians, they were coming from music families. See here, which probably explains why Hanifuddin, who hailed, hail means who was coming from, hail means coming from, hail means come from, who coming from the musician family, but he chose to join the army. Though all his family members were musicians, but he did not wanted to become musician, but he chose to join army. It shows that he strongly decided to give anything to our country. Okay, perhaps Hanifuddin also knew that life for him was short and so needed to repeatedly remind himself of his mission. See, perhaps Hanifuddin also knew that. He also knew that life for him was short. ಮುಂಚೆನೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. Before Hanifuddin, he was also know that his life will be short. His life is Hanifuddin life. It will be short. ನನ್ನ ಲೈಫ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಿದೆ ಏನೋ ಅಂತ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಮೊದಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. He already know that his life it will be short, so needed to repeatedly remind himself of his mission. Mission means goal. Mission means goal. So repeatedly he remind himself to his mission. ಮುಂಚೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ತನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ತನ್ನ ಗುರಿಯನ್ನು ರಿಮೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾವುದು ಗುರಿ? ಒಂದು ಗುರಿ ಏನು? ವಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಮಿಷನ್? ಹಿಸ್ ಗೋಲ್ ವಾಸ್, so he determined to sacrifice his life for the sake of our country. Okay, this was his goal. One can only surmise from a flashcard found amongst his belongings, which simply said, "We change lives." See, so one can surmise. Surmise means guess. Surmise means one can guess. Surmise, one can guess. Okay, one can guess from a flashcard. See, Hanifuddin, he used to write something. Okay, he used to write something in the flashcards. ಏನಾದರೂ ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದ. So many flashcards were there in household. So we can guess from one flashcard found amongst his belongings. Okay, amongst means in the middle of his belongings, which simply said we change life. One of his flashcard which write we change lives. ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನವನ್ನ ಬದಲಾಯಿಸಬೇಕು. Okay, so this shows that Hanifuddin, though he was coming from musician, he wanted to join army and he determined to give something to our nation. It shows that he changed his life. Okay, see, fate had ensured that Hanifuddin would battle with hardships from a tender age. Fate means ಅವನ ಹಣೆ ಬರದಲ್ಲಿ ಖಚಿತ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. Ensure means ಭರವಸೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿತ್ತು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ನನ್ನ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ. Fate had ensured that Hanifuddin would battle with hardship from a tender age. When he was just 8 years old, Hanif lost his father, who had been an artist associated with the National School of Drama, left to take care of 3 young boys. Hanif's mother, Ema Aziz, a vocal artist, would often have to leave Hanif and his brothers alone as she travelled with performance wing of the Information and Broadcasting Ministry. Recalls Ema Aziz, I had a touring job and out very often, and the kids became very responsible, getting up, getting ready for school without my having to tell them. I did not have to tell them in so many words, but my going to work without excuses gave them the message that one's duty is the most important thing in life. See, dear friends, observe this paragraph. Here, in this paragraph, you will have 3 questions. They are very important to your exams. So, in your exams, you have to face 2 mark question. It is asked in this, will be asked in this lesson. Okay. So, in this paragraph, there will be 3 questions arises. See, first question is, what were the hardships that Hanifuddin faced in his life, in his early life? This is the first question. And the second question is the life of it is given in your textbook. See, life for Hanif in the beginning, it was never a smooth side. Why was it so? You have to answer this question. So it is the answer for this question. It is there in the third paragraph. Okay. And another one more question is the absence of mother from home taught the children something. What was that? So these 3 questions, the answers for these 3 questions, it was there in the third paragraph B. So you have to listen carefully. You have to listen carefully and you have to answer these 3 questions in your exams. They may ask you. Okay. See, fate had ensured that Hanifuddin would battle with hardship from a tender age. Tender means early age. In his early age, fate has ensured. Fate means on a ಹಣೆಬರದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಲೇ ಭರವಸೆ ಆಗಿ ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿತ್ತು ಏನದು. So Hanifuddin would battle with many hardships. Battle means he faced in his early age. Okay, Hanifuddin in his early age he faced many hardships. Hardship means in the sense difficulties. Okay, he faced many difficulties in his early age. So what are the hardships he faced? See, when he was just 8 years old, he was only 8 years old, he lost his father. See, at the only 8 years old, he was only 8 years old, he lost his father. See, what was his father? See, who had been artist associated with the National School of Drama. So was an artist. Okay, so he was worked in National School of Drama. Okay, artist means a professional performer. Okay, entertainment, professional entertainment. He was professionally an artist. Okay, so Hanifuddin lost his father when he was only 8 years. So this was the hardship he was faced in his early age. Okay. Left to take care of 3 young boys, Hanif's mother, Emma Aziz, a vocal artist, would often have to leave Hanif and his brothers alone. Okay, see, when her husband died, Hanif's mother here, Hema Aziz, who she had to take care of her family. She had to take care of her 3 children. Okay, she had to look after. So that left to take care of 3 young boys. So she was an vocal artist. She was also a artist, vocal artist. Means she was a singer. Okay, she was a vocal artist. Okay, so she left. She was living of 3 young children. Okay. She always would often have to leave Hanif and his brothers alone as she travelled with the performance wing of the Information and Broadcasting Ministry. So professionally she was a vocal artist. So being a vocal artist, she had to travel from one place to another place. She was worked under the Information and Broadcasting Ministry. Okay, so that she left her 3 young children, okay, leaving Hanif and his brothers. Okay, she traveled to many things. Okay, she traveled to many places. She traveled to many places to performance. Okay, to performance under the Information and Broadcasting Ministry. See, this was one of the hardship that Hanif faced in his early age. Okay, so when his father died, his mother had to take care of her family, so that she left her children. They were very young. Okay, they were very young. So she left her 3 children. Okay, so Hanif was only 8 years old. So in his young age, he faced all things. Okay, he faced all things with the absence of his mother. Okay, see. Recalls Hema Aziz. Now Hema recalls, he said something about her son. Okay, recalls. Hema Aziz recalls, I had a touring job. I means here I refers to Hema Aziz. Who was Hema Aziz here? Hanifuddin's mother. So she had touring job. She was a vocal artist and she had to travel to many places. That is a touring job, and was out very often. Very oftenly she was out. She was out from her family, and the kids became very responsible. The kids, they become very responsible when she left her home. They were very responsible with the absence of their mother. Okay, they getting up, getting ready for school without my having to tell them. See, this have to write these sentences for the question. The absence of his mother, the children taught many things. Okay, see here, the absence of his mother, Hanifuddin, he became very responsible. Not only Hanifuddin, but also his brothers. They became very responsible. How they taught with the absence of his mother. See, they were getting up and they were getting ready for school without their mother having, without the presence of their mother. They were responsible. They became responsible. They were getting ready and they were getting up and they were getting ready for the school. Okay. I did not have to tell them in so many words. So who said these words here? Hanifuddin's mother said these words. She recalls. Okay. So without my having, they became very responsible. I don't talk with them. I don't tell so many words. Because my duty was a touring job. I had to travel to many things. So that I left my 3 children. Okay. But my going to work without excuses. My work without excuses. ನನಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಯೂಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನನಗೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನೋ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಟಾಟ್ ದೆಮ್ ಇನ್ ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. So it gave them my word without excuses. It gave them the message. It taught them the message that one's duty is the most important thing in life. Okay, my duty without excuses, my touring job. Okay, so my word. Who said these words here? Hemaji said that her duty, it taught them, it taught to her children the message that one's duty is the most important thing in life. ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ಅವರ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾದಂತಹ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ. It taught them. Okay, it taught them and they inculcate that message. ತಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲೂ ಅವರು ಅಳವಡಿಸಿಕೊಂಡ್ರು. ತಾವೇ ರೆಡಿ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ರು, ತಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯನ ತಾವೇ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಮಕ್ಕಳು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? So this was the hardship that faced by Hanif in his early age. Okay, so the life of the Hanifuddin in the beginning, it was not yet never smooth sailing, and the absence of his mother, it taught them many things. Okay, so these three questions, okay, they will be asked in your exams. You have to answer these three questions. Okay, only one question will be asked in your exam in this lesson. Okay, so one's duty is the most important thing. ಅಥವಾ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಅಂಶವನ್ನು ಕಲಿಯುತ್ತೆ ಮಾಡ್ತು. Okay, okay students, let's stop here. Okay, so the next remaining part, it will be continued in the next class. I hope you all understood. Okay, and for today's homework we have to answer the three questions. I have here told you the three questions, the way they were very important, and the answer for those questions, it was there in third paragraph. The first question is, what were the hardships that Hanifuddin faced in his life? Okay, and the another question is, the absence of his mother taught them many things. Explain. So these two questions you have to write. These two questions are today's homework. Okay students, thank you. We will meet you in the next class.